Right, a very big welcome to you, my viewers and subscribers from all over the world. You are welcome to this great episode on your favorite political talk show, The Truth with Ben Jokes. Now, the Nigerian Labour Congress is already talking about another increase in minimum wage in this 2025, saying the rate of inflation. When we complained that Labour settling for 70,000 naira was a shame, some said Labour did the right thing. Today, Labour leaders are agreeing with us, but the Labour leaders appear to have been bought over. They clearly appear to have been compromised because at 615 naira per litre, Labour settled for a 70,000 naira minimum wage with a promise from Tinubu that fuel price will not be further increased. But Tinubu went ahead to increase petrol price from 615 naira per litre to 1,000 naira per litre, even before implementing that 70,000 naira minimum wage. And Labour did absolutely nothing about it. Months later, they are suddenly waking up. No problem. The anarchy that the hardship in Nigeria is brewing will not spare the elites, including all those working hand in hand with them. And few hours ago, Tinubu faced a heavy backlash from Nigerians after he claimed he was determined to fight those who want to enslave Nigerians. Aso Rock is still dealing with the pain that followed the responses they received from Nigerians after putting out such nonsense. And just as Nigerians were yet reacting to that, news broke out that a senator was almost assassinated. Now, I am not a sadist, but this kind of update is good. Is good for the freedom that we seek in this country. By the time politicians start running for their lives, sanity will return to this country. Before I show you details of these top stories and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you these videos. First, here is a video of an interview with His Excellency Peter Obi. Urged Tinubu to take 72 days of 2025 to invest, where he urged Tinubu to take 72 days out of the days in 2025 to visit the 36 states in Nigeria and see firsthand the level of poverty in this country while he does Owambe up and down. See the video.
What I face, what I go through, what my family go through, you wouldn't even believe I will still be standing and going around this country. But I've made up my mind that if this is the end, so be it. Because we can't allow the country. It is difficult to be in opposition in this country. Extremely difficult. Because everything is against you. People don't even want to see you. They don't even want to talk to you. I see colleagues that greet them at the airport, they don't even want to reply. Because they feel they don't want the government of the day to see you or see them greeting you. Your businesses, everything you're involved is being dismantled.
Peter Obi
is that you dedicate 20% of 2025, roughly 72 days, to visit each of the 36 states for 2 days each. As a president, such visit will give you opportunity to better understand their economic and security situations across the country. It is time you visit our national hospitals and health facilities. You may consider, for example, that your next medical examination be conducted in one of our national hospitals or regional federal medical centers, such as FMC in Sokoto, Birnin Kebbi, Calabar, Umuahia, Akure, among others.
You heard that. Obi is relentless in his desire and pursuit to see a better Nigeria. The corrupt ruling class coming at him in all manner of ways, but he remains resolute. As for his advice to Tinubu, Tinubu is never going to visit the states. If it is for him to confirm that his policies are killing Nigerians, I'm bold to tell you, sir, that is the exact outcome he wants. The pains and tears of the people are the things that give these evil politicians joy. Kendrick here says, Obi really doesn't know Tinubu. He doesn't care. In fact, he actually enjoys the sufferings of Nigerians. And Ola Michael here says, the fool is parading the best man of the year award he bought from this day. Meanwhile, the citizens are starving to death. The This Day newspaper awarded Tinubu the Man of the Year. I don't know what their criteria were, whether the main man in making Nigerians suffer. And Omoolua here says, Obi get time o, that Tinubu look like person wey care, he's just too clueless. And the next video here surprises me. One of the Labour leaders, particularly the president of TUC, Mr. Osifo, who was praising Tinubu some weeks ago, is now back to criticizing him. Could it be that he expected a Christmas package but didn't receive? See the video.
So I would like to take your mind back to the what do you call it now? The media chat he had, and then this particular statement. Those are the two most recent, besides his remarks concerning the Warri refinery that came on stream. When you look at that media chat and you look at this statement, some people are saying the president is not in touch with reality. Is that what you see? Or he just has to keep this picture going that he wants to see?
Yes. So what I think is happening, because when I listen to President of Nigeria, what I try to do is also to look at the statement that is made in similar scenarios across different governments in the world, from African government to European government to American government. You could see a lot of similarities in it. Even when the people are passing through hardship, even when things are very, very difficult, in most cases, the commander-in-chief will always come and paint a picture of things that are going really well. I could say that from the media chat that we've also played, times again, we could realize that, that yes, the president was doubling down in some of the policies that he has put out there. But looking at it deeply, we all know, Jeffrey, between you and I, the Nigerians know clearly that a lot of these policies has brought about challenges, have brought about difficulties that we are facing today. Jeffrey, you say it over and over again. Our inflation rate today, you say it over and over again in your program, and all your guests and all the economic analysis, the financial analysts, they've all come to the realization that it is the policies that have been brought about by the government that has led to the challenges we have today. That today our exchange rate is about 1,600, depending on the parallel market or the NASFEM or NAFEX. It is also these policies that has also brought about the inflation that we have today. So in reality, what the president has said is trying to inspire hope. But that hope that is trying to inspire, it is not really in tandem with what we have currently in our economy.
You heard that. It's such a shame not knowing where you stand as a human being. Didn't Mr. Osifo know that Tinubu's policies were bringing pain upon Nigerians when he was almost praising him 2 weeks ago? Tinubu broke his promise not to further increase the price of petrol after the 70,000 naira minimum wage agreement. But what happened? He went further to add 500 naira, almost doubling the price. And instead of Labour to shut down the nation, they took their own share and went mute. Today, Mr. Osifo is trying to sound as if he cares about the people. Just as I keep saying, Nigerians and only Nigerians can save themselves from this political class that has bought over the system. Point blank, period. Now, let us look at details of the top stories. First, is Tinubu getting that backlash from Nigerians after he claimed to be fighting those who want to enslave Nigeria? Nigerians said he is the one enslaving them and no one else. And next is that update on the attempted assassination of a sitting senator. Let's start by taking that update on Tinubu versus Nigerians. Look at how the papers reported it. Bola Tinubu on Wednesday said his administration will fight off those who are determined to enslave Nigeria and its people. Tinubu noted that his administration is encouraged by the National Assembly's support over the last 19 months and he is determined to take Nigeria to the promised land. The enslavers want us to be anything but enslaved people, but we say no, Tinubu said when he received Kashim Shettima, the leadership of the National Assembly, and former principal officers of NAS at his Oyinkan Abayomi Drive residence in Ikoyi, Lagos State. The special advisor to Tinubu on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, revealed details of the discussions in a statement he signed Wednesday, titled, Tinubu, we are determined to take Nigeria to the promised land. Lord's National Assembly for support. He affirmed, it is for us to build a nation. We have confidence and competence. The enslavers want us to be anything but enslaved people. But we say, no, we are determined, we are capable, and we are resolute, and we will be there. We will take Nigeria to that promised land with you. You heard that. Tinubu promising to fight those who have vowed to enslave Nigerians. And to be very honest, there is only one person enslaving Nigerians right now, and that is Tinubu. As a matter of fact, he's been doing it. He determines who is governor of Lagos State, and he wants to make his son the next governor. What do you call that? Is that not enslaving the state? His company, Alpha Beta, taxes the entire states in Southwest. The company earns from the entire Southwest Treasury. Now, with the tax reform bill, he wants to see that company earn from the entire southern states. Isn't that slavery? He has refineries abroad, and they take our crude oil there to refine, to sell back to us at exorbitant rates. Isn't that enslaving a people? How else do you enslave a people when only you is taking over 80% of the resources of a state? And Omoya teacher here says, who are those who decide to enslave Nigeria and its people other than Tinubu and other politicians, traditional leaders, religious leaders, elites, among others? That is it. And Oluwaseyi here says, slave master is talking. Old age at times seems to be curse and not a blessing. And this studio by Chidi says, Tinubu should stop smoking. You are the one who has enslaved Lagos since 1999. In 2014, you ushered in Buhari and calamity. You took over from him and Nigerians started begging for food. God will punish you, wicked old man. And Namfa Gidado here put up this picture. He said, Oga, you are the one enslaving the people with borrowing and irrelevant policies. Learn from this. This is the president or the head of states of Burkina Faso saying Africa doesn't need the World Bank, IMF, Europe, or America. We have the resources to build our economy without relying on loans. It's time to stop being financially slaves. That is it. You are making us slaves with your incessant borrowings. So how can you be talking about fighting enslavement? And Prince Adediran here says, Tinubu said on Wednesday he wants to fight himself. He's saying that Tinubu talking about fighting those who want to enslave Nigerians will simply be a case of Tinubu fighting himself because he is at the helm, he's at the forefront of those enslaving Nigerians. And just as Nigerians were yet reacting to that update on the attempted assassination of a sitting senator began making the rounds. The details of that update are still sketchy, but for me, it is a good development. The gunmen should turn their attentions to the political class so that sanity can return to Nigeria. Look at how the papers reported it. Kaduna Senator Lawal Usman allegedly escapes assassination attempt, Sahara reporters. I have just escaped an assassination attempt by some thugs in Kaduna North, Senator Lawal Adamu Usman. Lawal Adamu Usman, the senator representing Kaduna Central Senatorial District, has reportedly survived an alleged assassination attempt. The senator, who was elected to the Senate in 2023, did not provide detailed information about the circumstances surrounding the alleged attack. Senator Usman said, I just escaped an assassination attempt by some thugs in Kaduna North. Efforts made by Sahara reporters to contact Senator Usman were unsuccessful as his phone lines were switched off. We don't need the details. He just escaped an assassination attempt. This is just the beginning for these evil men. And when you listen to the comments from Nigerians, you will know that anarchy is actually brewing in this country. Nigerians are actually throwing support for those who are tempted to assassinate him. They said it is not only him, they will soon come for all his colleagues when the anarchy fully sets in. And make no mistake, those people were not thugs. They are just members of his constituency that he has neglected While he is looting and enjoying his loot alone, they have now come for him. These politicians are quick to call people thugs when people get up to fight for their rights, not knowing that they are the worst thugs. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. Sulaiman Idris here says, because you and your colleagues betrayed the trust of the masses bestowed on you, the saying, the children of the poor you failed to educate or empower, will be the end of your career and peace. This is the warning that late Obafemi Awolowo gave to Nigerian politicians, that if you continue to oppress the people like this, one day when the people don't have food to eat again, they will rise up and eat you, the politicians. And Temi here says, who cares? An average Nigerian escapes that on a daily basis. How is yours different? And this tweet by Emma says, the terror you shielded and supported today will haunt you tomorrow. Fix the damn country once and for all and stop passing a bill that will only enrich your pockets. That is all they do at the National Assembly. And this tweet here says, in a closed jungle like Nigeria, the strongest predator will always like to climb to the pyramidal food chain. Always. So when there is no longer food at the base of the low-class citizens, they will go for the elites. It is simply a question of time. Awolowo said the same thing. And Wordsworth here says, the people you refuse to account for after re-electing you, they are not thugs. They are your young men and women dying of hunger and poor development. Khadija Muhammad here says, thank God this is how we want them to suffer and feel what we, the common Nigerians, are going through. When we voted them into office, they tried by all means to forget the situation that voted them into office. And Charlie here says, are you sure they are thugs or citizens that are frustrated from your selfish government? Now, this is the 6th senator in about, say, 4 months facing this kind of attack. For some, it wasn't assassination attempts, but they were beaten by members of their constituency. This is an attempt on his life here. Even Shetima shared a case of when one of the politicians, he said his car was surrounded and he was with his wife and kids, that it took the grace of God for him to escape. And make of this what you will, but I can't wait for when these attacks will start becoming successful. We just lost about 100 Nigerians to stampede owing to hunger in the land. So the life of one senator who is part of those causing the hunger is not special to me in any way. Many APC senators have tweeted to condemn the attack. Some of them are already taking cover, wondering who is next. Don't worry, the time is coming. Keep on oppressing the masses and still traveling to go and meet them during Yuletide, as if you have done well for them. Remember what happened about 2 weeks ago, how the sister of Taraba State Governor was shot and killed by one of the policemen assigned to her. People with guns will be surrounding you and you will still be maltreating them, seeing that they are with guns. One day it will happen like magic. Most of us believe there will never be a revolution. Many of these politicians believe so too, but we are seeing glimpses of it already, and it is only a matter of time before this thing will happen. You can tell from the comments that many Nigerians are ready for a total breakdown of law and order. Many Nigerians don't mind a revolution because they want to see maybe the country can pick up from there. Because frankly, it is the only way to get us back on track. Everything, including getting the right man into Aso Rock, will require the masses rising up against political class. That is why the report of this attempted assassination excited me. It is a brutal step, but in the right direction. And Nigerians must do more in taking this fight to the political class. Anyway, make I leave am here. Make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news. Where una go like? Why? Because now because of una. Now I dey here, so don't go away. Don't go.